In the last video we upcycled that old stove, which turned out pretty good. So then I was like, hey, we've got an old refrigerator. Maybe I should do something with it. Yeah. Well, how bad of an idea do you think that is? Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, I thought, well, hey, all I gotta do is pop off all that plastic, and then I'll just get the styrofoam out, and then I've got something. I don't know what, but I've got something. But so far, this is day 2 of me trying to get this foam off, and I can tell you, I just feel like, I feel like this refrigerator is giving me the cold shoulder. That was one of the most unfunny things I've ever said in my life. Yet I still laughed. Ow! Ooh, not laughing now! Not laughing now! So, kind of done. I still have some, I don't know, well, you see it, like leftovers on the side that I've got to scrape off. Leftovers. That's what you keep in a fridge. I mean, I don't really like leftovers. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't eat them, and, you know, we do, but I don't know. After it goes in the fridge, it kind of loses its presentation. And food is about presentation. This thing needs to be about presentation. And right now, it's not presenting itself very well. Up here, we have where originally there was a compressor sitting there, and this probably was where the condenser coil was at, and then the evaporated coil on the inside. That basically kept the refrigerator cool and the freezer frozen. And this is kind of the reason why in most cases you wouldn't really want to mess with these things, because you need special equipment and everything like that to take these out. If you ever do want to work with something like that, you could go to like a used appliance place, and I'm sure they'd be happy to give you just a box or sell you just a box that had all of this stuff removed already, like this one is. But what was my point? Oh, my point is, this is wasted space for me now, and I want to turn this into something for storage. So I'm going to try to kind of beat this metal out this way. I'm going to turn in the lips on it and kind of beat it out. It's going to look terrible, but it's going to be covered anyway on the inside, and on the back, well, don't look back there. What are you doing behind this thing? How's it looking? Huh? Alright, I got some more to do. Don't worry. It'll get better. It'll get better. So now I'm finished with it down there. How's it look? What? Yeah, you're right. Doesn't look any better. It doesn't matter. It's going to be covered. Trust me. I mean, now I've got to I've got to do something with this, because as you can tell, it's it's got some problems, and I don't really want it bumped out like that anyway, so I'm gonna cut out the bump out, I guess.
I don't know, Nate. It seems like maybe not a good idea. Could cause the whole thing to be unstable.
You know what? You're right. It's not a very good idea. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Kind of like leftovers. I don't think those are a good idea, but everybody does them anyway. I'm not saying don't eat leftovers because, look, food's expensive. Ray and I try to make as little food as possible so that we don't have leftovers, but sometimes we do. I'm not saying that soup or something like that isn't, it's okay the next day, right? But I mean, if food was so good as a leftover, there'd be like a restaurant called Leftovers where, they got all their food from other other restaurants that people didn't eat. Would you go there? Huh? No. Although, it'd be a way to save a lot of money on food. Maybe I should open one up. Maybe I should learn how to cut straight. Wow. Alright, I think I have all my laser straight cuts filed down. Now it's ready to clean, and then we'll paint over any of the rusted spots. What's it look like now? No, it still looks like a refrigerator. What if I put this file in here? That's right, looks like a filing cabinet. Now that'd be a project. Turning a filing cabinet into a refrigerator. That seems way too hard. I think we're just gonna stick with what we're doing. Right? Whatever it is we're doing. Now, for this area, I would say this refrigerator is a pretty good size. I don't think it was obviously the original one here, but I mean, it held everything they needed. The one that we have now is probably a quarter of this size. It's the smallest refrigerator I've ever seen, and it's packed full of stuff. But I will say, no matter what size refrigerator you have, you're going to pack it, right? I mean, we had a tiny one in our first RV, and it was packed. And then we had a full-size double-door refrigerator in the fifth wheel, and it was packed. I don't know why that is, but if you have the space, you're going to fill it. Filled full of leftovers. Ooh. Maybe we all should have a smaller refrigerator. After my graffiti paint job, this is now 6 colors. Okay, don't go crazy. 7 would be too much. Yeah, it is appliance white, bright white, 2 silvers, an almond, and black. And I don't care because I'm putting this over top of it. This bamboo mat that I got at the dollar store, which, as I've told you, nothing is $1 there. This was actually $7.90. And I hope that it works on the inside here and covers everything up. It's really nice bamboo. Yeah, I like it. And it's only fitting because, you can put bamboo hearts in a refrigerator. You ever had bamboo hearts? Delicious. Bamboo itself, I don't think I would eat that, though. But I think it's great in the refrigerator. So some construction adhesive is what we're going to use as soon as it starts to come out. There we go. To adhere the bamboo to the, what is this thing? Refrigerator cabinet, I guess, now at this point. And, it may seem like bamboo is a strange thing to put inside of here, but I'm telling you, man, I've seen some really weird things found in refrigerators. I used to have a job. I know all of you find that hard to believe, but I was able to keep a job. But I had a job where, what did I do? I inventoried the contents of things like refrigerators after there were disasters like fires and floods and that type of thing. And man, the things that you would find that people keep in refrigerators is amazing. One of the most common things I would find, common of the uncommon, was money. I mean, why would somebody keep money in a refrigerator. Most of the time they kept, ooh, don't do that, Nate. Yeah. That almost was not a natural disaster. It was a Nate disaster. But why would you keep money in a freezer? And that's where they kept it most of the time. I don't know. I guess the refrigerator was too easy of a place for criminals to find. I mean, there are banks, you know. But you know, until the banks upgrade their vaults to more modern technology like refrigerators and freezers, none of our money will be safe. Well, I have to say, it is looking like a refrigerator from the 1970s or 80s, which is exactly what it is. But these retro colors I actually really like in here. And I shouldn't say it looks like a refrigerator. It looks like where you would return roller skates that you rented. My idea was to only make one trip. I sometimes take too long and go get too many things to make these ridiculous things. And so I wanted to just get everything I needed from that everything is way more than a dollar store. And so I got a couple of shoe racks. And I like them, and I'm going to use them for shelving in here. This is a shelving unit, but a bookcase or something, or where you return roller skates. But they're kind of flimsy, and I was concerned after I cut them down to fit. I don't know. They may not hold very much. So I went ahead and made an extra trip on the train a few towns over to buy some wood that I'm going to use as a box around the four corners of these, and that should give it enough strength. I'm going to divide this into 3 sections. I was going to go 4, but it will look more uniform by doing the 3. I don't know. I mean, sometimes making it look more uniform may make it look weirder, you know, like one of those stereo cabinets from the 1980s where people would shove all of this equipment with all these lights and buttons and they had no idea what any of it did. Yeah, maybe that's what I should use this for. Put one of those glass doors on it. You're tuned in to WYNE divided by 3. Now rip the knob off. Alright, with the shelves in, I can go ahead and don't put glue on what you just did. Putting the bamboo mat on the outside now. And money was not the strangest thing I ever found in refrigerators. Actually, when I was little, I found a Ziploc bag wrapped in tin foil, filled with what appeared to me to be just like useless receipts. There was an insurance policy too. I mean, I can understand if the insurance policy was for the refrigerator, then when the repairman comes, he's like, "Whoa, glad you got all your paperwork in order." But no, I mean, it was for the house. And so I take that to my mom. I'm like, "Hey, why is this inside of the refrigerator?" She was like, "Those are important papers. Put those back." I'm like, "They may be important, but I don't think they're perishable." She's like, No, put them back." I'm like, "Look, this is a bunch of receipts. This receipt's from Zaire. They're not even in business anymore. Put that back. You'll understand when you get older." I mean, I guess I understand. I guess. I think she was smuggling a copy of the Magna Carta. I mean, that was the only reason why she should need that much security for a bunch of Zaire receipts. And then she would get all upset if something was missing. Did somebody throw out the bag of receipts? No. And even if we did, maybe you should have hid them in the leftovers. Those don't ever get thrown out. They don't ever get eaten either. I guess you can see why my mom doesn't ask me over for dinner anymore. I'm joking. Not really. No, there was a bag of receipts. Probably still is. Now, probably the strangest leftover I ever found was my own wedding cake. I guess Ray was saving it to have on our anniversary? I don't know. I mean, it was a great cake at our wedding, I mean, why you want to ruin that good memory with food poisoning? Yeah, she was like, "Oh, everybody does it." I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'd rather eat a Zayre's receipt. They gotta taste about the same. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the Zayre's receipt is a lot safer. Plus, I can get my money back. It's a receipt. Cha-cha. It may feel like I've been working on this longer than the leftovers have been in your fridge, but it's done. And I hope everyone has got earphones on because it is gonna be loud. Yeah, a lot of color. But the bamboo mats, I think, turned out really nice on it. Even back here in the back, where all those holes were at, as I get a shot of the drying laundry, the mats really did a good job of covering those up and like providing some support for the entire box. Yeah, I mean, I like all the color. I mean, I really do. I think we're going to put it upstairs where we have the red floor, and hopefully that'll be about the only spot that this thing can match something. Actually, it could match everything with those so many colors. I don't know though. With all the colors, I still feel like there's maybe something missing. Something. A little bit of extra. I know it. I got it. Hang on. Yeah, this is WBE divided by 3. What you want to hear? Some leftover spunk? Yeah, can do.